Plaintiff Dominica Wright has known the defendant for 15 years, and she claims the defendant is an alcoholic who threatened her with a hammer in front of her young children. Dominica says she loaned her car to the defendant, and when she returned it 3 days later, it was damaged. So she's suing. Defendant Olivia Smith says Dominica and her witness are nothing but promiscuous drunks. Olivia claims when she refuses to watch Dominica's children, Dominica will open Olivia's house windows, shove her kids in the house, and run off to go party. She's countersuing for rent, and because she believes Dominica slashed her tires.
Start with you.
Okay, well, I've been on Olivia for 15 years. She became like family, but family don't treat you the way she have treated me. She threatened me with a hammer in front of my 7-year-old and 2-year-old.
When was that?
April of 2016, when she kicked me out of her house. I was living with her.
Because you came to my house with 5 girls.
Yeah, I was living with her. And
why did she do that?
Because
she
owed me money for my car, and I was telling people that, you know, she owed me money, she not trying to pay me. And I tried to go over there. I kept calling Olivia to go get my clothes and my kids' clothes. And she was ignoring my call, threatening me, writing messages. I have a lot of evidence here, threatening me, talking about what she's gonna do after we leave from the show and everything. Like, she's very violent. She's an alcoholic.
After you leave here?
Yes, after we leave
Show
here.
me that.
Your Honor.
That's all I want to see right now.
Her and her witness, Nika, is alcoholics. Now, I do admit, I do smoke. I'm a smoker. They're a drinker. They leave with guys.
You smoke crack?
No, I smoke marijuana, Your Honor.
You never know what she smoked, Your Honor.
I smoke marijuana, Your Honor. That's it, and cigarettes.
Now, you taking me on TV. I'm going to hold back till it's over with, but I didn't forget you came to my crib. Something soon as we done with
Came
this.
with 5 girls,
Your
Your
Honor. Game time, like I said. All right, well, we're going to make a copy of this before you leave, and we're going to consider that a threat. And so if anything happens to you, we have clear and convincing evidence.
Okay, what about her coming to my door with 5 females to jump?
Your Honor, that's just a lie.
Showing that?
She delusional.
No, Your Honor, I do not.
All right, what else you want to tell me before we get into the
Well,
specifics?
I've been knowing Dominique, like she said, 15 years. That is true. I was on and off with her oldest brother. Me and Dominique, we was cool. She came to come stay with me in July 2015.
That's a lie. It was December of 2015.
It was July when I was going through a lot.
Good enough. Now what?
Yes. She came to come stay with me. Before she stayed with me, they, her and her witness, Nika, they get drunk. They meet guys on POF. They is thoughts, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Any guy that get them high, drunk,
Your
they
Honor,
going.
my witness is pregnant.
They don't even get no money.
Let her finish.
They don't even get no money. They just do it for weed and alcohol and Newports. That's it, that's all. Like, she used to bring her kids to my house before she moved in and put them, she'd knock on my door. I'd be like, no, Dominique, I ain't watching your kids because you're going to be missing for a week. She go to my kids' window, lift up the window, put her kids in there. I go to the window, them two yelling out the window.
Just put her kids through your window.
She got a high floor apartment.
She putting her kids through my kids' window. I go on the porch, calling them, calling them out their name and stuff. Excuse my French, Your Honor. They, we on our way to Honeycomb Hideout. Honeycomb Hideout.
What's that?
I don't know. They won't tell nobody. They just call it Honeycomb Hideout.
Your Honor, she's delusional. She's making up all
So
that
ain't no
stuff.
Honeycomb Hideout.
Your Honor, how can I put my kids on the 2nd floor apartment? She stay on the 2nd floor.
It's the basement and it's the house. It's a basement and it's right here. She ain't got to do nothing but go to the window and lift it up.
She's lying.
So what do you want to tell me about the car?
Okay, well, April 2016, I let her use my car because she don't have a car. And she told me that it was going to go take care of business and errands and stuff. Knowing that she's an alcoholic, I'm like, okay, during the time, it was like early morning. I'm like, okay, well, I don't got to go to work. So yeah, you can go use my car. Her and her friend, Isha, which is my sister, went out, and you can run a background check on my sister Isha. She's an alcoholic as well as she. They best friends. I let them use my car, and they told me they was gonna be back. They finna go do business or whatnot, whatever. I called, keep calling, no answer. The next day, they didn't contact me or nothing. The next day, I'm calling about my car, constantly sending messages, where you guys at? The next day, Isha called me like, oh, sister, we got drunk last night. We didn't want to come drop off your car.
A day later?
The day later. I'm like, I gotta go to work.
Or
It
2
was
days.
2 days later.
2 days later.
It was 2 days later. No, the next day.
Oh,
So it
baby,
was 2
that
days.
ain't alcohol. That's crack.
Yeah, crack, yeah.
That's crack.
2 days later.
You don't disappear for 2 days. That's
No,
a
'cause
binge.
right.
No, Your
Drinking
Honor.
don't do that to you.
No,
I know when you said it, I know what you meant.
She told me
No,
they,
Your
they,
Honor.
Smoking crack.
she told me they was drinking.
You
they
don't
did-
disappear for 2 days on alcohol.
She told me
How
they
many
was,
alcoholics we got in here? Y'all don't disappear for 2 days. You get drunk, you go to sleep, you get up, and you go home, or you go to work, or you go, see, he's shaking his head, he knows. He knows.
Okay.
That's crack, baby.
Yes, it's more than
Thank
just
you.
alcohol.
I don't do crack.
So my sister called me and said that we didn't want to, drive your car due to we was drinking. I'm like, okay, that was smart, but can y'all bring my car? I'm late for work. I'm even calling their phone back. They turned their power off on me. I'm like, okay, I see what type of game they was playing. It's the weekend. They gonna want to use the car because they ain't got no car and they always stuck in the house with her 6 kids. So boom. It's late. Hours go past. I call my best friend. I'm like, can you please come over here? I got her 6 kids and my 2. I'm watching
You have
8
6
kids.
kids?
Her no, Olivia.
I have 6 kids.
She has 6 kids.
At what age?
I'm 30.
Okay.
Now that's the true thought.
I do not have them many baby daddies, Your Honor.
But
How many?
I only have 2.
no, she don't. She has 6.
I don't have
her kids
6.
is different
Okay.
dads.
No, they don't.
I've been knowing Olivia for 15 years. She became like family, but family don't treat you the way she have treated me. She threatened me with a hammer in front of my 7-year-old and 2-year-old.
Plaintiff Dominica Wright was friends with the defendant, but she claims the defendant threatened her with a hammer in front of her young children.
Go ahead.
But anyways, so the 3rd day they come. I didn't even know she was there. I was in the bathroom
That
and her
Monday.
baby was like, Mommy. That's what made her go to the window and was like, oh, Dominica, you gonna wanna see this? So I ran to the window.
I'll fix
and
her
my
car,
I
Your
got
Honor.
pictures of my car, Your Honor.
Let's see that.
And look, and you on this picture, she stole somebody else's headlight up out. You can see
I
two
attempt to
different-
fix it.
Look, on somebody else's car. And it's Dutch tape all around the
You
the
stole
headlight.
someone else's headlight?
Yeah, I risked my freedom at the middle of the night popping off something. That's why it took us 2 days to get back. We was popping off somebody's headlight and putting it on there. I attempt to fix her light. It works.
And I have the estimate of the vehicle, and I also have a
I
promissory
fixed the
note.
car. It worked. Both of her lights come on.
No, it don't. It don't
Both of the
work.
lights come on. Even in the rain, the duct tape don't come off. So
The light, one light was.
it's
Your
good
Honor.
to go. I mean,
Oh,
it's
my
fixable.
whole-
If you look at the pictures, it is good to go.
It's just
At least
for
I
show and
attempt to
tell.
fix her
That
car. Most
headlight do
people
not
wouldn't even
work.
try to fix her car.
And I have a picture. That headlight do not work. I have an estimate.
So if it worked, it would have been all
No,
right?
it would never been all right. Do you see the 2 different headlights?
Let's
It's
see your
mixed match.
estimate. You're just trying to go to jail. You're
No, I
threatening
was trying
her.
to fix her car.
You threatened her, now you're admitting to stealing other folks' lights? So this person who has a light missing, they gonna charge you now. They get you out of here before they come get you in here. You might not leave here other than in handcuffs.
But, Your Honor, I feel like she's suing me over some petty stuff, and I don't watch that.
I want to know about those
Over
2
no
days,
petty
first
stuff.
of all. Quiet. I want
No,
to know
2
while
days,
you were
okay.
gone, what kind of alcohol put you out for 2 days?
She talking about I'm alky. I really don't drink.
Tell
I've
me
never been
about
a
2
smoker.
days.
But the Friday, I did hit something, or something hit me. Her bumper was gone, everything.
She hit me.
So that next morning, me and Isha, we plotted on how we finna get a headlight. We can't drive back with no headlight. So we waited till that night, and Isha on lookout, and I got the crowbar, and I popped somebody's headlight off. It took us like 3 hours to
Pitiful.
pop the light off. Like, it took a long time, and then I had to snatch the cords and loose and all that, but I put it back on there. That's what the 2 days came up, because I was trying to figure out how I'm finna fix her car. Most people would have left her car, Your Honor. I attempt to fix her car.
You
That's
would
a
never
good
left
thing.
because I was in your house.
What's your
I'm saying they would've
defense,
brought it
ma'am?
back
She's giving me an
bogus.
estimate for $3,199. What's your defense to not fixing her car properly or at all?
Because
or
she lived with me for rent-free. When she got put out, I let her come stay with me. I give up one of my kids' room for her and her kids.
when was this?
This was July.
Was there an agreement on rent?
Nope.
No, sir, it was not. Because I figured we friends.
But I have
if you
agreement
got
on my
put out,
car.
But I have something saying I would have gave you rent
wouldn't have
money
gave
if
her
that's
rent
all you
if she
wanted.
She never
so
told
that's
me I had
agreeing to pay rent.
Your Honor.
No, that's
she never
not.
told me.
Because I was
Quiet.
looking out for you as you being a friend,
Let me see what
Dominica.
you have.
That's
Maybe
why.
I can interpret it. Let's see if I can interpret it in a way that will
I was looking
allow
out for her. No, I didn't ask her for no rent money.
Quiet. I would have gave you rent if that's all you wanted.
She never said
What did you
nothing.
mean by this?
She never told me I had.
What did you mean by it?
If she would have asked for it, she never
Okay.
asked for it, Your Honor.
And that's
I was the only person that was working.
and that's a reasonable interpretation of this. Do you want to give her any money or credit for rent?
How? When she threw away, I'm not suing her for the lost wages I didn't lost. That's being petty. Or the clothes, and we got me and my
It's being
kids
petty.
left-
Quiet.
Me and my kids left with the shoes on
She
our
put
feet.
you out?
Yeah, she put me out and threw away all of our clothes.
See, if you hadn't put her out, ma'am, she may have given you some credit for it.
And I tried to go over there. I kept calling Olivia to go get my clothes and my kids' clothes. And she was ignoring my call, threatening me, telling about what she's gonna do after we leave from the show and everything. Like, she's very violent.
Plaintiff Dominica Wright was friends with the defendant, but she claims the defendant threatened her with a hammer in front of her young children.
How does she owe you for car damages?
Well, I don't know if she did it to my car, but I have.
What car? She said you
her
don't have a
witness.
car.
I have a 2002 Grand Am.
Let's
I
see.
bought when I put
What
her
did she
out.
do?
That's it.
When I
I'm
put
gonna
her
throw
out.
you all out of here as quick as you came in if you don't be quiet.
This is her witness saying, "Why did you block me? I didn't have nothing to do with that. With what she did."
This is her
This
saying
is her
you want to
saying that.
speak or not?
Want me to stand up?
Yes.
That's up to you. If you want to
Okay.
speak, you might
I
get her
sent
in more
her-
trouble. But state
I
your
sent
name.
her a message on Facebook and asked her why did she block me. It had nothing to do with me. First of all, I
Who
called her.
did it have
I
to
have
do with?
nothing to do with
These
Quiet.
These two. I was just there. I witnessed.
Oh, it
that-
had something to do with those two.
These two right here.
All right,
She
so
damaged her car.
I told you not to let her speak. What she is saying essentially is that the tire slicing
She don't
had
have
to
a
do
car.
with y'all
No,
two.
she don't have a car, Your Honor.
I bought it.
Just
If she
asked
had
when
a
I
car,
put
why
you
would she
out.
borrow my
No,
car?
I'm telling you, she blocked me from
If she
when I
had a
put
car,
you out.
Your
I
Honor,
purchased
why
she
would
don't
she
have
borrow
no
my car?
The 2002
something.
Grand Prix is her
$392 for damage to your car. $3,199 is your judgment. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Why did she block me? Because the situation was between y'all. She don't got no car. That's your cousin car. What car does
Just
she
know
have
y'all
besides
gotta
any
come
tires?
back home.
You live in
Y'all
an
gotta
apartment.
come back
I wanna be
down
back
and run up at my crib with a lot of again to see what the going on.